It's a different team. They need leadership out of that junior.
Hammond 6 times over 20 points, 5 double-doubles. He is. When he's going, they're much better because we already know Edwards, long Tyree's been a little bit quiet on the offensive end, is not trying to score yet. I think he needs to.
Crossover, gets into the lane, hangs and hits, and he'll go to the free throw line.
Not that I have an earpiece where he's not seeing the ball much.
But if you're Anthony Edwards, you have a decisive size advantage. You got to try to get in that box. Use that size to your advantage. Made a great decision, and Hammond's put him in the basket.
Hammonds has 11 here in the first half. He averages 12.5 per game.
You've got to communicate early. Lack of communication, leave a guy wide open at the basket.
There's Mike Peake, who found his first bucket, the freshman. Breein going deep in.
Ability off the bounce, and then he just does not need much space.
Well, there aren't many better releases than this. Watch this. I mean, watch the rotation, just perfect. And he's taking advantage of it. Nice pass from underneath out of bounds. Easy start for the Bulldogs.
So he's got 14. Hammonds has 16. Anthony Edwards only 3. And this is
they're just getting cut to the basket. Good movement by Georgia. But those are things that drive you crazy as a coach. Defensively, just not being as locked in as you need to be.
Kamara's third. So we got Kamara with 3 and Hammonds with 3.
Sonny, you were talking confidence. It's amazing how quickly. Look at KJ Buffin. He's made a couple of passes into the court.
I love the matchup down there. Tyree and Edwards. Tyree tried to help out a bit. I don't know why you would, but worked out. Edwards missed. Limit got after him pretty good, but the mismatch, when it happens in the switch, boom, they recognize it. And what's good about Hammonds, he's pretty patient with it.
Breein plays a lot of minutes. We'll see if that takes a toll. In a long season, a lot of minutes. He's a guy that's going to have a big 12 minutes to keep his Ole Miss career alive.
And Ole Miss has to make
lead tonight. They lost this season, I should say. They lost a 22-point lead on the road to Florida, and they were up 20 at Missouri and lost.
They put Edwards, so understands his role when he runs a squad. 68% free throw shooter. He's got to get that better as he more mature, because the ball's going to be in his hands next season.
All of this game from tap to finish. Minute 22 to play. Unless they really blow a tire, they're going to live to fight another day, and it's really because of that guy right there.
Look at the iron. Robert Woodard II out of Columbus, Mississippi, usually a pretty good three-point shooter. Breein Tyree rims that in and out, and Perry has that.
Won 2 victories, but they have to get W's. That's the important thing right here today.
Tyree closely guarded, rims in and out, and the rebound 2. 262nd meeting all time between Ole Miss and Mississippi State, and there's the first basket. Breein out of the Bahamas just on the floor. Tied at 21. Off the side of the iron. Little shot hunt a corner. Hinson available on the perimeter. Shot clock at 7. Tyree has that rim in and out. Aggressor, you win plays more often.
They are flexing their muscles, and this is the point in the game where that guy is looking to get off, and they're going to.
You and Kentucky are locked in, but again, with Mississippi State a win, they move to the 4 spot. Florida will be moved out after their loss today. What a week for
and for Ole Miss to get back in this game. That's glaring. Got to take care of the glass. Maybe that will trap that time on Breein Tyree.
Danson, step back. He's starting to feel it right now. The last 2 years, 15 SEC teams made it into the NCAA tournament. This year might not be that thick, but certainly things on the upswing. Largest lead of the afternoon. Shot clock at 4. Sure, yeah, Breein Tyree knows it, throws that up, not there, and rebound taken in traffic by Perry. 8.5 left. Mississippi State is going to get their 20th win on the year against 11 losses, and they will finish 11-7 in conference play. And remember,
playing fantastic, former Ole Miss player this year, rookie for the Raptors. He had a monster jam the other night.
Well, this zoo is in black.
Tyree on a pull-up from 17, left it short, and there's Nico on the. Steal, Tyree all the way. Hello, Roy Philpott. Thank you for that rather lengthy game there. That was where it didn't want to end, but we are just.
Mike, think of this. The 11 home victories for Ole Miss all have been by double digits.
Yeah.
And the 4 SEC.
Here, Kermit screaming, move it, move it, move the basketball. And hanging everything but the layup.
I say finish it earlier instead of hang it. He hung and brought the defender back in play.
There's the three for
Tillman keeps getting bumped off the block too far. He's got to hold his weight and size down low, keep the position.
Tyree banging mid. Says that nobody else for Ole Miss is really doing a whole lot in the second half.
Another good defender's Pickett, but he got too close to him.
Tyree starting to put on a clinic.
And what do I mean? This is Ole Miss stay. The best half has been followed by not. But they have withheld a couple surges by Missouri, and this guy, the best one of, or not the
Nice. By Buffett.
And to me, LSU is a different team without Skylar Mays on the floor. I mean, he sets everything for them on both ends. What a drive.
Tyree. Tyree, thanks for joining us. Watching our Saturday showcase presented by 5 Hour Energy and Ole Miss. A tremendous start to the second half. That must have been. Lead is back up to 12.
And he missed 4 shots in a row. So my flash cube rotated 4 times. I missed the actual shot that it went in. And man, what a beautiful story. But
yeah.
But this would be a year to me that if you're going to vote in the National Player of the Year race, we should wait all the way till the weekend of the Final Four and see which of those guys has the biggest impact.
Trouble for the Ole Miss Rebels. They're just not very deep. These 5 guys that are starting, it's a tough unit, but when the Rebels go to their bench, it's trouble.
So the court right now with the number 24, 8, Mamba, written in ink. Tyree, he hit his 17-2 Auburn Tigers. Second best record through 19 games in program history.
In 2019, a different unit this year, but they have experience. This is a tourney team for sure, these Auburn Tigers.
And heck, it's 12 points as opposed to 18.
I won't mention how cold shooting can follow some people. Won't bring that up.
And Ole Miss trying to hand a ranked Auburn team a loss for a second straight season.
Schuler has been the hot hand.
Johnson guards Tyree this time, took it straight to the rim.
And they've given themselves a chance.
Purifoy just threw it away. Tyree back in quickly for 2. This be much more patient, methodical on half-court offense. Use a lot of that shot clock and try to get something like that. Not an easy shot, but enough said.
You're the professor, but you are not Nostradamus. But still some big games to be played, including Kentucky and Florida. Pull-up 3 is knocked down, and now you see
the paint, needs some help, kick it back out to Henson. That's good, smart basketball and patient basketball.
Tyree on a pull-up. Top floor for the rebound.
He takes and not putting pressure on me as a defender because you know he can get in the lane and shoot over you.
Killer crossups.
Again, the patience is going to go a long way for Ole Miss.
Tyree, pull up 18.
Duncan and hitting 3s.
Edwards, talented freshman guarding Tyree. Top 2 scorers in conference play on that matchup.
Woo! Up.
Shaking, baking. Gonna have to launch. Tyree. Pulls up with the floater and knocks it down at the... Behind the back, pull up from 16. Everything but the bucket.
Yeah, shows a lot of maturity on the defensive end.
Tyree. In the face of Edwards, left it short. Track 5-10, that might be a little bit generous. Wow. Tyree just creating a shot.
Anytime he comes off the floor, just because of the kind of talent and explosiveness he has. Speaking of explosiveness right there.
That'll work. Tyree with an and 1. Tyree with 7 on the shot clock. Crosses over, weaving in traffic, has it blocked. Raymond splits the freebies. He's had a quiet day at the office, just 4 points on 1 of 7 from the field. Tyree all the way, parting of the Red Sea.
Right there around the free throw line area, and he tacked and went to the free throw line. That's what you like to see.
Tyree on a blow by. Blows by the first. Tyree milking clock. Tyree on the attack. Off balance, no. Out of bounds.
The SEC in scoring, leading the league in scoring in conference play. Will get a touch and a force. He's able to draw rim, but couldn't get it to go.
He's Rick Barnes.
He was great when he first arrived here. Had a wonderful tournament in Maui and a great performance in the Dean Dome against North Carolina. But then Tyree waves Schuler through. Wants the screen from Curry. Denies that. Shot clock winding down. He'll take it himself over the top of Bowden. Shots. When you're not hot, say Jordan Bowden, you'd love for every shot to come within the flow of the offense and the rhythm of your own game. Tyree, challenge on that. Defend Tyree. Got some help from the 7-footer. Shot clock at 10. Tyree stops and it skips off the rim. And
okay, what can we do in the last 5 minutes? Let's cut into this. Let's be the hang-around team.
And Schuler, mismatch with Fulkerson. Tyree.
Quality.
We're calling it the BOGO.
I'm all in.
Tyree down the paint. And a whistle. The other thing we can do in this half, I'm going to do 2 things, okay? I'm going to tell you who the guy was on the unicycle on the Ray Mears teams, and I'm also going to plead the case
to believe in games that are decided by 5 points or less. Ole Miss, close games, in other words. Ole Miss 1 and 3 in that category. Love to give it up and get it back in trends.
Bowden, and they'll switch off. Pons gets on Tyree. Will drive the big into the paint. That one pinballs rises, but then again, that Alabama guy is their football coach. Here's Henson for 3. Off the back rim. Tyree still can't find it in a freshman from Helsinki, Finland. Played his high school ball in Maryland at one point. Tyree, no. And Vescovi finds it. This guy,
Tom, Tyree's going to be a marked man the rest of the year. His ability to score. I love that action that they run.
What do you love about it?
Well, again, it's misdirected video of where their three-point shots are coming from.
They got a lot to break down. And they got a couple guys that were Tyree behind the screen, and it took a victory lap before going.
Adding. And yet he's able to still shoot that ball with confidence. That's pretty impressive.
Tyree again.
24.
and by the way, I'd like to point out, I think John Fulkerson's probably aware of that. Tyree with a tough 2. Tyree, tough 2.
You asked me if he could.
Rod Delmonico, the head coach, was back in the office doing some work. He was letting his GAs run the practice. Well, the GA's throwing BP, and this guy walks in street clothes and says, "Hey, do you mind if I take?" Tyree scoring average. What are you doing? Where are you going to be tomorrow night? You got another game, right?
Nashville, Alabama. They just shot a 3 getting off the bus.
Breein Tyree.
Drives, gets the ball near the rim. And number 2, you cannot box off straight line drives when that defense gets in rotation.
First look for Tyree. Elbow jumper is good. And he'll get one and a little bit more.
Boy, I've watched enough LSU game film. If you don't make them pay for their extended defense, they're going to stay in it and
long term to get him healthy and active.
Or it's a 2-2-1 press. Breein Tyree just goes right through the gut of it. That's what you have to do. I don't care if you miss
in for the first time for Ole Miss. Out of their motion offense. Tyree will launch from downtown and connects.
Can't hesitate. Any ball.
He's got 11 points so far tonight, Jimmy. You were in Florida last week. He'll get the steal here. This team vastly different with number 4 in the house.
Oh, and that's a high rate. That's the number they're throwing at the SEC right now through 4 games.
Only undefeated team in league play. Tyree spins that one in.
Press right now, he's on the second line of it. A lot of 6'5", 6'6" athletes that Will Wade uses in that press.
Tyree left open. Our first time since we started this game.
Your 2 players of the year this year in the NBA and college basketball could both be Luka. One of them's called Doncic, and the other one's Garza, correct?
Luka Doncic. You watch He's tough.
I think Kermit wants 1-4 flat. Let Breein and Tyree go to work.
Rejected at the rack by Williams, and Taylor saves it.
Tyree just continues to beat the thing off the bounce like he's done the entire first half.
Quick shot.
Yeah. Got to go. Problems on the road. LSU is the best two-point team in this league. They're the second best two-point team in the country. The ball has to go inside.
Tyree sizes up.
Point guards can do it. The bigs can do it. They work on it every single day.
A 13-2 run for the Bayou Bengals. Tyree launches. That'll stop the bleeding for
them. Don't get a rebound that hits their hand.
Tyree open for a moment.
Stuckage. What the game that Breein Tyree is having, the balance that he's had. Breein Tyree has taken 10 two-point shots in this game, 4 3-point shots, make it 5, and 7 his gaps when he has the ball. When he gives it up, you don't leave him. He's the guy that's beating you single-handedly if you're LSU.
Give him 30.
And he's beating foot, jump hook, and a 4-foot jump hook. Right paw. Trying to ice Breein Tyree. They make him go weak, and he splits it. Very well done by Breein Tyree. What are we doing?
I think Teddy V had a word to say about Shawshank.
There's the touch for Tyree.
Left open. Got the shot. Ole Miss has to hurry, trailing by 4. There's Tyree,
That's
make it
way
2.
Too easy. You have to have some resistance right now.
But defensively, the Aggies have been tremendous.
Tyree averaging 16.5 points a game, second leading scorer on this team. Blake
of the Penn State game. And so just like the previous game we just watched, fouls and staying out of foul trouble is going to be so important.
Boy, nice work from Breein Tyree with a little bit of room. Misfires on the shot. Devontae Shuler off to Tyree. Catch, shoot, buckets.
That's what you have to have.
Just 38% from the field, 14th in the conference. Tyree, he's too strong, forced that 3. But where will Ole Miss go for points? It has been a struggle from the field. How about this guy?
Kermit Davis.
And him causing all kinds of problems for the Rebels.
Quentin Jackson probably wants that dunk back, but
Breein Tyree doesn't want that back.
Play from Nebo and start going to the basket. They have an athletic team. Don't have a true point guard. Gordon's doing the best that he can at the point guard position. And that man can. I love that defense on Breein Tyree. Get it out of his hands.
Shuler kicks it back to Tyree. Another deep 3. Got another one.
Yeah, you got to remember.
Tyree with 5 on the shot clock, trying to find a little bit of space. Gets a screen from C and thought there was a foul there. Ball did hit the 10th. Try to hold for one shot.
Nice extra pass, and look who it's to. Good gracious.
Brown went it over and back.
Well, they missed it. They missed it. His line was definitely.
At the paint, he's just having a tough night shooting the basketball. He's now 3 out of 9 from the field. Breein Tyree off the mark.
Yeah, right idea.
Tyree took it to the basket. Got bumped a couple of times. Here is Tyree. Buffin came up to set a screen. Tyree went the other way. That one's off the front of the iron. Gordon comes up.
We've got another change of the defense right now. They're in a sloughing matchup zone are the Texas A&M Aggies.
That is a tough shot by Tyree over. Tyree catch, shoot. Not the same Breein.
Don't have to have a 3. They're hunting for the 3-point line.
Under a minute to go. Tyree wide open. Got it. Breein Tyree with 20.
This is a huge turn of events, and depending on the outcome, could be a huge turn of the season for the Aggies.
Tyree will try again. This one's in and out. Nebo another rebound.
going, I got to give him space. Wheeler's smart enough. He's quick enough. He got right into Buffin's body, and you can't do anything as a defender. You're stuck.
Wheeler now into double figure.
Pulled the string on that just a little bit. Tyree, unselfish bounce pass, good patience, and up and in is Devontae Schuler.
Home loss for the Tigers.
And Conzo Martin was very upfront with us about he believes Tillman should be a mismatch for Ole Miss tonight.
Yeah, Ole Miss isn't a very big squad, but what they'll do with
Next level analysis, folks. That is John Sunvold. Hinson on a three. Hinson knocks it down.
He's got a little on the defensive end. Ole Miss likes to run a lot of motion offensively, get good spacing, great pass.
Alley-oop to C.
And
Tyree doubled. Buffin shake and bake and gets it to drop off the glass.
Position.
Got Tillman out on him. Inside, beautiful feed and the stuff by Buffin.
Vanderbilt lost to Missouri earlier this week, a 9-point setback. Ole Miss lost to Auburn. There is starting point guard for the entirety of the season. Injuries this year for Vanderbilt have caused a bit of a shift in the lineup. Yeah, you think about how different this team would look.
Tyree up top, guarded by Petty. Inside. Wheeling and dealing. Pretty move that time. If you can penetrate. Shackelford's free throws make it a 7-point lead for Bama. Nice pass from Tyree to C.
How in the heck did he just...
7-second differential, game clock to shot clock. Tyree leaves it off for Shure. Mid-range jumper is good. I have no idea where you go with that.
You get what I'm saying. Herb Jones is going to be Herb Jones.
I'm with you. Hinson.
Same spot.
Two teams are solid defensively, but they have to do a much better job in the second half of taking care of the basketball.
C.
Good Breein, Tyree.
Takes it inside. Tied up. Bottoms for Hadim.
You leave it to me. I'll get your taxes in an okay place.
What?
Well, just as soon as my audit is over, this gets my undivided attention.
Take a lot of
That has his length on this basketball team, that provides the inside scoring presence or gives them the rim protection and rebounding of Hadim C.
Tyree left wide open. That is a deep three. Schuler, good offensive rebound. Back to Breein. They'll swing it around. Here's Hinson for...
Probably talked with Frank Martin today for over an hour.
Yes, I was just about to say that.
Tyree the bounce. See inside for the flush. Off the crossover. Strong move, comes up short. Henson from the wing. Cap!
Ole Miss being deliberate with their offense, getting the short clocks. I think they're trying to choke the game down today against LSU. Well done.
Really good offense late in the... LSU went on a virtually unanswered 25-point run in the opening half. Skylar Mays turned his ankle, number 4 in white, but looks just fine. Schuler, pull-up jump shot right through.
It felt like more than worth 2 points to LSU. 3 points, I guess.
Yeah, they did credit him with it for the locker room. Breein, Tyree, and Ole Miss cut the lead, which was 20, down to 8.
There's Breein
Passed up that chance.
Get it back to Tyree. And here he goes. Schuler knocks it down.
That free. I don't think it's a look-ahead situation. Auburn thinking about the game day and everything around Kentucky on Saturday. Mississippi State, a very dangerous team. I think they're going to play their way into the NCAA tourney, and Mizzou trying to hold on.
Oh my gosh! Austin Crowley.
Tyree crossover.
Kick out pass under the corner, sets up an open three for Hinson. And Blake Hinson.
Luxury and the familiarity with your own gym.
And just to clarify what quad one is, nice feed over there, finding himself all alone.
As any player in the country, man, he feels like he can make any shot out there.
Brother used to play football and basketball for South Carolina. 3 balls straight away, no lacking of confidence.
Very smart defensive guard at Devontae Schuler and Breein Tyree. He's got to be very careful.
See on a 3? Whoa!
I see.
Looking for some space. Sees the matchup he likes. And an easy path. That'll be a goaltend. Easy path.
It can do so many different things for you. That's going to send a message.
Absolutely it is. And message sent, message received.
Schuler. Ole Miss needs him to make that, and he does.
Know that it's your bad. You're on the road and you're firing up a 3 without the ball ever trying to get inside the teeth of the defense.
Schuler left open and connects. And now with their largest lead at 7. C down low against Hyatt. That'll be goaltending. Count the basket. Feel the energy of this crowd just trying to will Ole Miss to its first SEC win of the season. C inside, a chance for 3.
Control the game from that charity stripe.
Taken away by Hadim C. Up ahead to Schuler. Little floater, and that'll be goaltending against Nebo.
Yeah.
Trying to go alley-oop to Nebo, didn't work. Breein Tyree, 21 in the first half. There's Schuler, he's heat.
Team C in the middle will also be a big factor, and he's got to stay out of foul trouble. 17-foot step back jump shot, not one open, and Ole Miss got away with one there, and here comes Tyree. Tyree on the break, doesn't have numbers. Nice pass off the wing that time to an attacking Blake Hinson.
Bahamas. Hunter with the basketball there. Played just over 3 minutes. Schuler at the free throw line. Crowley. The kick to Tyree. Thought about the 3. Will drive. Crowley inside, and he'll go to the free throw line.
At the moment.
First ever matchup against a Power 5 conference this year for Tennessee. 19. 6 minutes left in this one. Tyree down low to Buffin with the left hand. Can't get back out to Tyree. Schuler with 5 on the shot clock. And Schuler, boy, he is dialed.
Hinson. Tyree fires him in the corner to KJ Buffin. Backs his way down, will force one up and in. And a strong move by the sophomore KJ, 18 or 19 years old. That's awfully young.
Well, when you have a young team and you go on the road playing against a Power 5 Southeastern Conference team, you're pushing the ball down the court and getting quick open looks. That was the scouting report on them coming in the game was, they like to push the ball, fast break it, shoot really fast.
Daytona State Community College, where he was a honorable mention junior college All-American. Started his career at Virginia Tech, 28.
That's part of the reason why his numbers are down.
Tyree kicks it in the corner. Hinson fires, and he connects for 3.
That's a much that gets him off the ball some and even allows him to be that much more effective of a scorer. Nice.
Team C, up and under move for the lay-in.
Antonio Green going. He struggled, so he puts him in an ISO on the block to be able to use his athleticism. He just can't get going, but Schuler can. He warmed up.
Fish back in the studios today. Probably getting his work in. Ooh, loose ball. And
to attack a zone defense, you got to really move without the basketball, like Buffett did right there.
Good. Tyree goes up, gets the rebound at the free throw line. 6-0 Rebels, 3 minutes in. Hadim C left open on the wing. Got it. That could not happen. Scoring droughts against an SEC foe.
Bakersfield's dropped back into a matchup. 2-3, 1-2-2 zone.
That's something good to down low. Big man, but it's got some touch from the charity stripe. Rebels in transition. Tyree thought about the 3. Instead, he'll get it inside the Buffin, hangs in the air, and it drops.
And made somebody else try to beat him, and they missed the shot.
Tyree setting up the offense for Ole Miss. Rebound. Schuler thought about it, pulls on a three and buries it.
Except probably, put some pressure on the passer.
Henson left open.
And he's now 4 away from his career high.
Get to Breein Tyree for Butler, no matter what else you do here.
Rebound. Comes Ole Miss on the offensive end again. C's going to let one fly from deep. Nothing but net for the native floor. At least in the starting lineup for steal by Schuler. Schuler's going to get the feed back, go up into contact, and get the shot to drop. And one. Means left wide open. No good. Long rebound. Corralled by Tyree. Gets it to Bryce Williams and one. Tyree finds Sammy Hunter cutting back door, and he'll flush it. Sure, almost 4 rebounds per game. One of the shorter players at any given moment on the floor. Backdoor cut, Crowley, pump fake. Beautiful offense.
% from the free throw line so far, but he rattles that one home. 16-13.
A lot of driving opportunities. Good help that time.
Knicks lost the handle. Ole Miss in transition. Off the feed from Tyree. Schuler gets to the rim. Austin Crowley. Now Sammy Hunter and Tyree. Catch and shoot. Devontae Schuler's got another one.
Oh, nice hands.
Takes it away. Hadim C. The Evansville Purple Aces. No, they didn't. All tipped around, and C keeps it alive, and then Tyree comes away with it. Tyree with the no-look pass. How about the...
Everybody's got that first game. Impress the coach, impress the crowd. Nice move.
This time, Hadim C able to finish.
Good position defense. They're not leaving their feet. They're not reaching and grabbing. Nice block out there. Leads it to easy basket.
Schuler waited on the defense.
Got to get somebody to flash in.
And Tavian Collum back into the game. Devontae Schuler says, I'll just shoot.
Bookie Schuler pays it off with a layup. Tommy Hammonds, Anthony Edwards, despite not scoring it, made a great decision, and Hammonds put him in the basket.
Hammonds has 11 here in the first.
Has already moved up to the top to take a charge.
I love the aggression. You want your best player to try to take over and extend your season, but the decision.
Pretty easy.
Pinson with 5. Pinson gets it to go.
This time it's Dessou who sets a ball. Harris has his first 20-point game this season, second of his career, going back to that career high. Defenders off. It's another thing when you don't know where you're going yourself.
Horrible cul-de-sac.
Monitors and movement when you were playing. How come he never goes down there? Weatherspoon, tough pull-up jump shot.
Benson with 10.
Both these teams are very similar. They have had games where they've had big leads and given them up because they'll go on some runs that they can't.
This will never work. Why does he do this? It'll
He's 0 for 2 in this one.
Great hustle by Kamara. Kept that possession alive. Now Ray.
Anthony Edwards 0 for 2 in this game. Pardon me, 0 for 3. He's missed a couple of threes.
Everything has been on the per execution. You have got to make those easy ones.
Tough angle to the.
Bookie Schuler pays it off with a layup.
Tom Hender's off. It's another thing when you don't know where you're going yourself.
Verbal cul-de-sac.
Bender has already moved up to the top to take a charge.
I love the aggression. You want your best player to try to take over and extend your season, but the decision.
5 on the shot clock. Smith going to have to launch. Late clock situation. Throws up a prayer and share of the basketball.
It's scoring. This Ole Miss team is dangerous.
13-0 run for the Rebels. Smith on a runner. No, there's Tillman on the fall. Move the basketball.
Ole Miss is good when they're moving offensively. If they stand and watch Tyree dribble or Schuler dribble, both these teams are very similar. They have had games where they've had big leads and given them up because they'll go on some runs that they can't.
Your alma mater has a new football coach as well.
Eli Drinkwitz, who has been across the pretty easy.
Pinson with 5. Pinson gets it to go. Smith up top. Smith on a power drive. Bakes it in.
Every opposing coach that
Higgins blocked on the rim. How about that effort by Sance here? They're staying confident. They are playing with a ton of it right now. As Higgins penetrates, uses the left, can't get it to go. Jusang goes into traffic to pull it away. Maxey the floater, automatic.
18.5 points, 10 rebounds a game for number one. Stewart spins on Tyree, and that'll be foul number 2 on Breein.
That's why I want him to have more bounce. Just take one power dribble and go up and dunk on the whole team. Elevate over the top. Outstanding job by Breein Tyree taking over this basketball game. So if I'm
is there the depth in the middle and the back half, quote unquote, of this conference, Ole Miss being one of those teams, is very tough out.
3 seconds.
Mike White out there helping out too.
The athletic trainers will hustle over and help out so White can return to the bench, but Nembhard will.
For Florida being able to get stops and string stops together. And offensively, Kerry Blackshear is not in the game, but I think you're going to have to try to ride him down the stretch and play.
Schuler. No, Nembhard has it.
Block was lucky.
Keyshawn Bryant tried to feed Levesque. Out of bounds, back to the Rebels.
The quick hands.
Special teams of college basketball. Inline OBs, boy, they got a clean look.
Consistency all year. What's happened on the offensive end?
Back to Anthony Edwards. He'll size up a 3. And he's
sweat it out. We've seen that goal a number of times, especially on.
Harris has his first 20-point game this season, second of his career, going back to that career high.
Rayshawn Hammond's been the most dominant player in this game. He's got to touch it on this possession.
You each have seen in person Georgia blow a big lead tonight. They
monitors and movement when you were playing. How come he never goes down there? Weatherspoon, tough pull-up jump shot.
5 on the shot clock. Smith going to have to launch. Late clock situation, throws up a prayer. And Benson with 10. I'm with you. It's normally an overachieving award.
Good ball movement. They got trapped. Now can they get a shot?
Back iron. Nico offensive rebound.
Boy, Nico's big, isn't he?
He sure is. Pinson drive and kick sets up another open 3. That might have been blocked by Tyree. Heads to Nashville.
And these two teams had a great battle in Columbia. Came down to a 3-point game.
Here's a 3-point shot. Front iron. Boy, you're knocking them from deep.
Hammonds. Anthony Edwards, despite not scoring it, made a great decision, and Hammonds put him in the basket.
Hammonds has 11 here in the first.
You know what's great for you, Andy? You were a player that lived it, and then you were a head coach that lived it. Making that mistake, you know you didn't want to make a mistake.
And if we haven't learned anything all year, in spite of the fact, again, it's an 18-point lead, nothing is safe. Back-to-back turnovers. But
Steal, Tyree.
These guys are coming off these screens on the Alabama.
the first on C.
KJ Buffin with a strong drive last time for Ole Miss. Reminds me of a...
Your alma mater has a new football coach as well.
Lad Drinkwitz, who has been across the...
Heads to Nashville.
And these two teams had a great battle in Columbia. Came down to a 3-point game.
Here's a 3-point shot. Front iron. Boy, you're not half with Ole Miss. Back iron, Nico, offensive rebound.
Boy, Nico's big, isn't he?
He sure is. Pinson, drive and kick, sets up another open three. That might have been blocked by Tyree.
He'll improve. That's why I want him to have more